The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the move came about, why you were keen to come back?
It was not a real difficult decision. I think when the club came up and they were interested of me coming back, took time, thought of it, had to look also at the different options around, and I had few, whether in England or outside, and looked at left and right, but I left Swansea with a very great feeling, and the relationship I had with the fans was unbelievable, and I felt that the club has what it takes to stay up, and I can add something to that, to be part of the new project. When you come here and you see what the club has made, the improvement just in the facilities, it's great. So it's a plus. We need to stay up to make use of all these things around, and for me, speaking to the boss and the chairman and all that, made me feel that they really wanted me back here. So also looked at my other propositions, but I felt like my job here wasn't yet done. So I'm 28 and have a lot to give, and I felt that I wanted to stay in England, so fair enough.
The manager said here during the window a number of players were reluctant, unwilling to come here because of the team's position in the Premier League. Did that worry you?
Honestly, I'm a tough boy. I'm not scared of challenges, and that's also one of the reasons why I decided to come here, because I know that we're not in when we look at it, we're not in a bad situation, but we're not in a great situation, because there are a lot of clubs in the same situation. But what was important for me is that I know the club and I know how it works there. Maybe other players don't know how it is, and if they knew, I think they'll maybe see things differently. But with the facilities here and the way we're playing in the last few games, if we keep it up, we know that a lot of players will want to join in for the project that's ahead. So we're in a very good club with great fans, people who love the club, the city behind the team, and that's a big factor for anybody, and we need to try and make that even become better by staying up in the league and not being afraid to take challenges.
Was it a big factor to come here and rejoin your brother?
Not really. To be fair, not really. I'm happy to join him. We've played together before at Marseille and national team, etc. But it wasn't a main factor. I think the main factor was to go somewhere where they know me, they know what I can do, and bring out the best of myself, and also the challenge that was ahead. Because coming here with a lot of determination, because there is something ahead, is to stay up in the Premiership. That's what we want to do, and we're going to do everything to stay up. We have a good squad, good lads. The guys are really, really good. They've put it in the last games, and in the dressing room, the way they are and the way they live is unbelievable. I really appreciate how it is, and we just need to keep it up. We're going to have ups and downs, even now to the end, but whatever happens, we need to stick together, fight to the end, and make sure that we keep the club in the Premiership.
How do you look back, Andre, at your time at West Ham? Was it a success or not?
For me personally, I had a really difficult start. Like the first game, I got injured for, 4 months or something, and came back, then had to go to the African Cup of Nations, then came back again. So I didn't really play games in the first 6 months. Then when I came back in around February, the end of the season went really well. I think 10 games, had 6 goals and a few. So started getting fit, and the next season started difficultly because we lost a lot of games and blah blah. And so it was a difficult moment. Then Slaven left. Then David came in. So there was a lot of ups and downs. And it's the game. I think when I look at my statistics for my year and a half, all the players from during the period in goals and assists together, I think I was the most efficient player in playing less or just under one person. I don't really remember. I need to. So for me, not playing all these games and having sometimes have to come in, sometimes start, etc., not having all the confidence that I need to play to the best of my football, I think I did well because other people were playing a lot of games, but statistically I was similar, if not more. So I won't say it was bad, but it was good for me to learn because anywhere I've been, I've always been a key player, been important in the squad, etc. So I also learned from this year and a half. Never had a long injury, so it was good for me. In football you need to go through every stage, and now it's past. I've learned from it, and like I said, I'm 28. I have a lot of years ahead of me, so I need to keep fighting, getting up there. But the first thing is not me, is us staying up. Then we'll think about the rest.
Do you think David Moyes believed in you?
It's not. I think I know that because he didn't want me to leave the club. But from my point of view, I needed more. I wanted to play more, and I asked him to leave. Well, discussions were not easy to be able to leave the club. But on the last day, we managed to understand each other, and I thank him for that. But I think he's a gaffer who knew my qualities, etc. But he also had his style of play. So I had to look at what was good for my future, and I think that at that moment I had to make a really important decision for me.
There was a lot of discussion about West Ham's recruitment at the end of the window, and eventually Tony Henry left the club. What did you make of the episode with him and his reference to West Ham not wanting any more African players because of a poor attitude?
Well, like I said, I didn't really follow what he said. By then I left the club and etc. And I have a lot here to think about, to fight for us to stay up. So that was not really my issue. But I just think that we African players are very proud of ourselves. We're very proud of what we have done. We know where we have come from. So we've done a lot. We've got players who play to the top, Eto'o, Drogba, etc. So I think I don't know in which way he said that, I don't know. So I'm not going to make any comment about that. I just know that we have great players and we believe in each other. And if you look at all the top teams now, you always have African players in the squad. So don't have anything to say. And because you're not there, I don't like. If I was there in the dressing room, I would really know what was. But I don't know, so I don't want to say anything that I don't know to let things spark.
But you never felt West Ham were reluctant to sign African players?
I didn't pay attention to all that. I was thinking about getting my game time, playing my best football and getting some assists and some goals, etc. I didn't really pay attention to the players coming in or players coming out. But there were a few African players there, so I know them very well. So they will know more about the situation or more about the club, because those who were there have been there for a while now. So yeah, but I personally, no.
Last question on that, and we'll move on. Does it disappoint you? Does it anger you when people do put all players from an entire continent together and say there's a question against their attitude? Does that anger you?
I've not really heard that like from people. I think maybe it's just a comment that he made. But like I said, I don't know. You can sometimes say something without knowing what. Like we don't know the sentence he meant. Sorry, So because I don't know, I don't want to judge him. But I know that African players is like any human being in the world. Everyone is different. So maybe an African player can be difficult, but a French or an English or it can also be difficult, and an African player can be calm. And so it's not possible to put whether Africans, whether Chinese, whether English in the same basket. I think we're human beings, and everyone has his character and his philosophy and the way he was brought up to be able to to live his life and lead his life how he thinks is best for him. But I just feel that for me, African players have done a lot, from those who started in the 30s to come in. It was difficult for them to get into football, into professional football. You came back 1, then 2, then 3, and blah blah. And now you have African players playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona, Chelsea, Liverpool. So for me, it's an honor to be an African, and I'm so proud and so happy, and I'll not change it for nothing.
Thanks, Andre. Good luck here again.
Thank you.
Andre, you said you still felt you had a job to do here. That sort of your work here was not yet done. What is your work now? You get here.
I think is to help the guys, and the guys help me, and as a unit to make sure that we stay in the Premiership. That's the job that I'm in for, especially at this moment. We don't have to look at other things, left, right, centre. I think the main goal, the target, is to make sure we're in the Premiership. So I'm coming here with just one aim, is that we stay up.
And you left one club struggling in the relegation for Swansea. You're clearly confident that Swansea will complete the job, like they did a couple of years ago when you were here before.
I think we're capable of doing it. The only thing is that a lot of teams also are capable of doing it. So we need to be tough mentally and stay strong. Make sure we get the results when we have to get them, and we'll be okay. But I have a lot of confidence in the squad, in the manager's mentality and tactics and everything. So I trust the team, and I believe that if we're all on top form, there won't be any reason for us to not stay up. In the Premiership.
And are you ready to start straight away against Burnley?
I've had a full week of training, so we'll see. We'll see now to the end. Is the boss who have to say. It's true I didn't train for a few weeks, but we'll see how it goes now to tomorrow.
And just finally for me, you talked about it's not a big influence, your brother being here. But is there rivalry in the family? Who's the best football player in your family? Is your dad, your brother, or you?
Well, like we say, the boss is my dad. He's done it everywhere. He's played. He's won Champions League, African Cup, 3 times African Player of the Year. I have much to say about him, so if I start, I'm not going to finish now. But I think there's no rivalry. We're just a strong family who God has blessed us with football, and we take it as a gift, and we need to always do our job, fight, and do what we have the opportunity to do. I think a lot of young people, young men or women want to play football, want to be professionals, want to be idols in their country or in Africa, and we have had the opportunity to be that, especially in our continent, so we have a lot of pressure behind us anytime we're in the field, especially in the Premiership. So we're proud of that. It's not easy to be Abedi Pele's son and play to this level. We've seen it with other players, big players, their sons, who was difficult for them to make it because the pressure is just massive. And but we have been able to go through that, and I'm very proud. For me, whatever happens in the future of me and my brother's career, we would have made it and would have past the difficult stage that where my dad won Champions League and everything, we were able to make a name for ourselves. That's I must say, and in the national team. And now we're able to come in the biggest league in the world and prove what we can do. So for me, we have done a lot with all the pressure we have had since we are very young. And now we just need to keep it up, work harder, because I feel that we have more to give.
All the best.
Thank you.
Possibly.
I'll talk about that fast then. In a very positive way, would you welcome competition between you and Jordan? I don't mean in terms of you're competing with each other, you are a unit, but obviously you were your goals were the saviour a couple of seasons ago. He's doing very well at the moment. Can there be an element of positive competition between you that'll help the club?
No, not at all. No, already it's not. The problem is not me and Jordan. Yes, it's the whole squad that we have to make sure that we get results and score goals and defend well. Then it's true that Jordan has been playing really well, really, really well, and he needs to keep that up because we need him a lot. And for my part, is to bring in my part of knowledge, experience in the game, my different style of play, and try and make us win. If he gets goals, I get goals. He gets all the goals, and I don't, and we stay up. Perfect for me. So that's just what I want, is that we stay up, and I don't think that me and him or anyone at this moment we even think about any rivalry or whatever. We just have one goal, is to stay up. So whoever makes the day, we take it.
Putting rivalry aside then, I mean, you are now being touted as the most potent attacking force in the bottom half of the table, that Swansea have made the right choice at the right time. That's a nice accolade to have. Does that put pressure?
No, like I said, I've been under pressure my whole career. Played at the highest level and the biggest competitions and etc. So I just need to be myself, be 100% fit as soon as I can, and do my job. What people say or pundits or it's what they think or what they look according to statistics or whatever, but it's not. The truth is on Saturday. Every Saturday, that's where the truth is. The rest is just talks for me.
Final one for me. Obviously, when you were here before, you were playing under Gary Monk. We've had a number of managers since then, subsequently. What do you make of Carlos coming in? Because a lot of people saying that he is the factor that has turned things around for Swansea. They've gone from a team that at the turn of the year were being written off to a team that really look as though they've got bright prospects now, albeit it's still fairly early days. So you've had time to train with him now, only a week. But what do you make of him as a character? And do you think he is that X factor that has helped turn things around?
I think for sure that he's played a huge role in the fact that the club has come from that position to where we are now. But I think he has his style, he has his way of working, and what I really notice is that he knows what he's doing. He really believes in his plan, and that's important, because anytime you feel that your boss knows and he's confident in what he's doing, pushes you all to follow the steps. And that's what I've been feeling since I'm here, and you feel that the guys are really behind him, and we need to keep that. I believe he's the man for the job, and we're going to do everything to make sure that we're here on the 14th of May.
Well, I'm into that. It's good to see you back.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.